Hey everyone, hope you're well. I mentioned a few weeks back that I had a call with my doctor about some moles that felt uncomfortable, and they said to me that they were going to refer me to the specialist because they weren't sure whether they were cancerous or not. The doctor was very flippant on the phone about it and a bit like, I don't know, maybe, who knows. I saw the specialist yesterday, and I'll start by saying straight off the bat that I'm fine, all good. He said the pictures he got from her were in black and white and absolutely useless, so he asked to see the pictures I'd taken, and he was like, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. And then he took a picture for me and said, it looks okay now. It doesn't look cancerous at all. He said, I'm going to take pictures of all of the different bits and bobs that you've flagged. And then in 3 months' time, I'd like you to get your wife to have a look at them again, compare them to what they used to be like. And if everything's fine in 3 months, then he'll just charge me properly. So, yeah, I'm all fine now. I'm happy with that. It was quite stressful being on kind of a wait to see whether they were going to say something, because obviously I can't see it. I've only seen pictures of the one on my back. It just didn't feel very comfortable one day. I think my top had got caught on it or something stupid. But yeah, it was a bit of an alarming one because I was expecting the doctor to say, oh, that's fine. And she sent me off to all that. But I had to drive off to Peterborough Hospital and wander my way through the halls thinking, I don't know the way. This is probably the worst place to be in the middle of a COVID pandemic. It's everyone everywhere's ill. There's a lot less masks in there than I was expecting, but I guess there'd be vulnerable people. I had to go, and after he'd checked it and everything, he had to send me off to a photographer upstairs, which was a bit awkward because, I had to go up there, take my top off, let her take pictures of me. And while she's doing them, she's going, oh, I was in Deeping the other day, funnily enough. I was walking with my husband down the river. She was going where we went to look for otters, funnily enough. I said the wrong thing again to her. I said, oh, I went otter hunting, meaning looking for them. And then I had to instantly correct myself and say, I mean hunting for them so we could take a picture of them, not trying to eat them. I'm sure that went without saying, but somebody corrected me recently and it's put me on the spot a bit now about when I say the wrong thing or they use the wrong word. So yeah, I drove back feeling very relieved that that's all sorted. I'm still pretty knackered from the lack of testosterone injection, which I've got tomorrow morning. I almost didn't have that tomorrow. I rang up and said, I can't find my appointment written on the app. The app doesn't seem to be working. And they said, you don't have an appointment. There's no appointment booked in. So normally I have it at 8:30 in the morning, but they've had to push me back to like 10 o'clock, which is okay. It's all right. I'll go in and get it done. I'll be in and out. It just means I've got more time thinking about the bloody needle and the pain of it and all of that. But it'll be all right. I'll feel a lot better afterwards. So, yeah, that's a relief. I feel like medically I should be fine after tomorrow morning. Everything should be looking up. We've got, 3 more days of homeschooling left. I feel like Ollie's slowed down to a halt now. They were supposed to be doing writing myths, writing legends about Egypt. He came up with something that I kind of helped him with, which was good. But he spent all day today doing like 8 maths questions. It wasn't hard maths questions. He got them instantly once he bothered, but he didn't have the energy. He's not in the mood. And I'm a bit kind of nervous that I think he's just given up listening to me. He's kind of just sick of me. Every time I asked him to sit down, he'd be like, when's mummy home? What time does mum get back? And all of this. I think he just doesn't want me nagging him to do stuff all day. So I'm looking forward to next week. He's coming home before lunch the first day, after lunch the next day, and then mid-afternoon the next day. And then he's got 2 full days in. So he should be able to hit the ground running. I'm hoping the first day wears him out enough that he sleeps properly. He's starting to we got him into a bit of a sleep pattern. We started to I've been bribing him a bit, like if you stay up in your room and go to bed, you can play Minecraft tomorrow at lunchtime and that kind of thing. And it seems to be working. He was still awake a bit late yesterday, but he'd stayed up there the whole time. He was trying to get to sleep. It just wasn't really happening for him, bless him. But yeah, I think that's getting better. I think having more stuff to do at school will wear him out. When he's at school, he tends to be a little bit better. He'll still be awake at 9:30, 10 a lot, but I don't know, it just seems to work better for him and he seems to cope in the day. But yeah, it's a big thing. We are keeping an eye on it. Ben's been back at nursery for a couple of days. It's been really cute because they were all so excited to see him. We thought he'd be bouncing off the walls. I can't remember if I said this already. I don't think I've spoke since he's been back, but we thought he'd be bouncing off the walls. And kind of too much for them to handle because he'd be so excited. But they said he didn't get a chance to even try and be, you know, bouncy or anything. He said he was inundated. They said he was inundated with people wanting to play with him. They're all so excited to see him. He'd try and just spend a moment just sitting down, and other kids would be saying, "Come play with me, come do this, come do this," and he's been pulled from pillar to post. So he's had 2 busy days. He's loving it. He's very happy. He's very tired now. He's been very crabby since he got home. But again, I think that means he'll start sleeping through again. Since lockdown, he's been coming into our room every night, kicking me from like 3 in the morning onwards. So I'm thinking I'll feel a lot better from the fact that he's actually going to be sleeping in his own damn room. He's not old enough to bribe yet either. There's nothing he wants. So I can't be like, right, if you stay in your bed all night, you'll get this, because he just doesn't get it. But soon he will. Soon he'll be old enough to bribe, and that's when everything becomes a million times easier, because I could bribe basic things they were getting anyway. That's basically what I do. I go, if you go to bed tonight, you can have lunch tomorrow. And they're like, oh, brilliant. It's like, you're going to get lunch anyway. Kids are just funny. You just need to give them the incentive to think about something, or you do with Ollie anyway. And Emily was always quite easy to just negotiate with. So from my stuff, I mean, it's only been a week since I ordered my computer, but I'm still just in the pre-phase. I imagine I've got another at least 50 days, probably maybe 30 if I'm lucky, days of waiting. Their stock kind of ebbs and flows. I'm hoping they'll just get a shipment of like several hundred of these graphics cards so they can put mine in and send me it. But my dad's is due in a couple of days' time to be built, and mine's going to be miles off, I think. But I have been researching while looking for how I was going to be. Basically, I've been watching other people stream their Switches and their other consoles and their PC gaming and all that kind of stuff, learning about what kind of bandwidth I need for it, and checking I've got enough. You know, my phone was getting 12 meg upload over Wi-Fi. I'm thinking if I get home plugs in the house so that I'm wired to the router, that should boost it to 15 maybe. Kev was telling me perfect scenario would be 20 up, but recommended is 9. So if I'm 12, 13, 14, 15, the closer to 20 I can get, the better. But that makes me feel better. He said as long as no one's on the other stuff, watching stuff and everything, you should be fine. But I don't fully understand how that works. I was saying to Claire, like, the kids wouldn't necessarily be on it because they'll be going to bed, so I'll just make Emily be on 4G or whatever. But I said to Claire, she won't be able to watch Sky Go, but then I'm tempted to test it and see whether it'll work okay with her on it, because that's downloading. There's no upload going on there, so I don't know whether that should be fine or what, but it might be an incentive for us to get Sky finally and not use Go. But what I did find while I was searching, the reason why I was bringing it up was, and I just wanted to gauge people's interest, to be honest, if you'd watch it, but I found that I can link my phone to my Mac and then bring up QuickTime, and it will read the phone screen on my Mac, and that way I could potentially play a game on my mobile or my iPad, have it come up as a video on my QuickTime on my Mac, then use OBS to put my camera in there, and I could use my iPad to do the FTL one I wanted to do ages ago, to try and finally, for a selfish reason, to try and complete that game with the support of a group of people. But also I could just dabble with it. I basically saw someone who was streaming Pokemon Go doing their battles, and I thought, how are they streaming their battles and being on the screen at the same time? Because that doesn't make sense to me. Like, you can Twitch your phone using certain apps, and it will just send your phone and your voice, but I kind of want to have my face in it as well. I feel like that's part of the point of doing Twitch. You build like this double screen thing. You can chat to people. You know, I was watching Kev do one of his Football Manager ones yesterday, and he was just talking about houses, pooing. I mean, the topics he's coming up with are ridiculous. And I just thought, yeah, that's the part and parcel of the weekday vlog, weekday streaming, isn't it? You're playing a game, you're being entertained, but you're also chatting away to people about random topics to pop up. And I just thought, you know what? I spend like probably an hour and a half a night doing the Pokemon Go battles. There's people that stream that. That might be something people wouldn't mind watching. It'd be a good way to start a Pokemon themed thing, and just do a bit of it. It'd be a good way to get advice for people who can see what I'm doing wrong, just other people's perspective, because I seem to cap out at the same level on it every time. I get to the 3rd tier, or I think it's the 4th tier now, actually, Ace. It used to be that they'd do 10 levels and I'd get to level 8 and then stop. Now they have 20 levels plus ace, veteran, elite and legend, and I just got firmly stuck in the ace bit. It doesn't really make an ultimate difference in terms of what prizes you get. Everyone got the same prize at the end of the month, but I think I'm better than where I'm being put, if I'm honest, and I can't seem to break out of it. I seem to come up against people with the exact counters to me, so they're not doing anything clever. It's just, say I was fire type, they're pouring water on it, so I changed to electric type or grass type, and they changed to fire type. If I start with the water type, they'll suddenly have a grass starting one, and it's like I can't. It's basically rock paper scissors on that first starting thing, and the game keeps forcing me against the opposite, the antithesis of me, and it's like, I think it's their janky algorithm, but I've had people tell me that's not true. It's been tested. There isn't an algorithm, but I'm convinced there is, because I always get to a certain point where it's like, no matter what my team is, I always end up with the opposite team against me. And I'd like to have that on video. I'd like to show people that. I'd like to stream it and go, look, this is what I'm coming up against. What do I do? But anyway, that might not be something that's ideal for a starting thing, but I thought FTL might be. FTL is the one where you're kind of clicking around a spaceship, you're going through maps, you're making decisions as a group. You know, you're sort of saying, you know, where should we go on the map? When you get there, it can tell you there's somebody who needs help. Should you help them? Should you ignore them? If you help them, it could mean that you get something. It could mean you get attacked. I've had it where I've helped someone and they've blown up my bloody ship and I've died. Once you die, you have to start again. But the same mission can pop up and you help them and they join your crew and you've got an extra person who can help you, you know, fix the ship and that kind of thing. You know, you end up coming up against people who try and shoot your ship and blow it up. You get people who try and break onto your ship and blow it up or steal stuff. And you've just got to generally upgrade it and get to the end. I've got to the end boss like 5 times in it and I can't beat the end boss in it. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to do. So I just thought having a group might be good. I think if I understand it right, and I'm going to try this out between now and sort of the end of the week on my Mac. I can't do it tonight. There's a part I meant to say I'm recording early tonight because I'm playing on Board Game Arena with my friends sort of just before 8, and so I'm trying to get a vlog out earlier than that. But I just thought later in the week I could set up my iPad and see if it works. The problem I had before was I was trying to play the game on my Mac and then beam that game and the webcam up to the internet on the Twitch app, and my laptop could barely run the Twitch app on its own, even though it's not that heavy. But I'm thinking if I ran it on my iPad, just sent a video of it to the Mac, sent the Mac to the internet with the to Twitch with the camera, that may then make it all much smoother, and then I can see what happens. Because it'd be exciting to get it going, because I'm just thinking, oh, I need to get used to the buttons and everything. I need to get used to the settings. I need to get used to playing a game while talking to people. And I think if I can get all the clunkiness out, I mean, Kev always says if you just try and make the new one better than the one before it. I'm thinking if I start with anything that can work by cobbling together tech, get to the point where I've got it nailed down, and then I get a new PC and I'm just hooking the Switch via the Elgato, and it's all super duper. That's going to be great. That's going to be an excellent platform to start at. And yeah, hopefully it'll all be a lot more simple and you'll all be in the routine of listening to me. We'll have stuff going or whatever, you know, it'll be hopefully a good place to start low. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I think it works the way I'm expecting it to. I've read a few guides, which haven't done it yet. Other than that, I think pretty much our week has been like everyone else's. We're in lockdown. I'm at work. It's been really hard going back to work, getting my head into things. It's all change. It's all lots of new things to look at, and it's difficult to kind of get your head around it. I keep getting bugged by these bloody recruiters who keep off. Like, I'm not looking for a job, but these people keep coming to me and going, would you like to try it? Would you like to apply for this, like, barely junior level sales job? And I'm like, no, I'm kind of I've been doing my job for 7 years. I think I'm a bit ahead of that now. Like, why? Like, my LinkedIn's quite thorough about how I'm doing these other roles. I'm like bid manager, marketing guy, you know. I do sales, but they're like, would you like to become a junior salesperson for such and such? I'm like, no, I bloody wouldn't. Like, A, I'm not looking, and B, if I was looking, I wouldn't be looking to move back 20 steps. Like, what on earth? But I don't know what it is. I'm being inundated with it. Someone's probably put my details online on the slide just to spite me. Maybe it's my boss. Maybe he wants rid of me. Maybe he's hoping I'll get an offer I can't refuse. But no, it's been very weird. I've been fighting that off a bit today. I think Emily's back to school on Tuesday. She's got to have her COVID test up her nose on Monday, bless her. So someone's got to take her in for that. I'm dreading that, having to do that at home. I'm imagining a lot of you will have to do similar, and it doesn't seem very fair or sensible to be forcing us all to do that. If it's that much of a risk and it's that common, maybe they shouldn't be going back yet. I mean, I'm ready for them to go back, but I feel like we're just handling it in a weird way, like this country seems to be doing. I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative, but I'm a bit worried about it. I don't know what to think. I'm sort of hoping we get it right. I'm hoping it goes to plan. I can't be doing with another month of them being out of lockdown and then suddenly we have Easter off and then they go back for a day and then they're off again for months on end. It's ludicrous, and I'm ready for them to just go back permanently. It'd be nice to go back to normal, but also be allowed to work from home. That's the big thing I want. I want to be able to work from home, everyone be out of the house, and me just be able to run around singing and having tea whenever I want and not having to worry about being bothered by people and just getting my work done, because that's awesome. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Tonight I'm playing these board games with my mates. You should check it out if you've never heard of it. Boardgamearena.com, I think it is. It's just got tons and tons of board games on it. Lots of random ones you won't have heard of, made up ones that are just on there. But you just get your friends. You know, we meet on Discord, we have our cameras on, we chat, we have this card games going on, and we just hang out. I find it a bit stressful when I remember on the day I'm knackered and I suddenly think, oh, I'm doing that tonight. But when I'm in the midst of it, it's really fun. We have a good laugh. Just something to do. It beats the Zoom quizzes that we were all doing in the first lockdown. You know, we've gone beyond Among Us. We were playing that a lot. Now we're playing this. Actually, Among Us is another thing I could probably stream from my Mac, from my iPad to my Mac to the internet, and we could perhaps play that. But then I wouldn't be able to play that with other people without giving away that I was the imposter or not the imposter. But yeah, thoughts in the comments if there's any apps that you think would be quite fun to stream. Obviously, my two are FTL and Pokemon Go because they're simple for me to do. I know how to play them. I know how to get to the end boss of FTL. I just need some sort of crowd support over the line. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you guys put forward, but it's just ideas. It's all handy. It's all good. I'm going to wrap up here because my dinner's going to be ready in like 2 minutes. I need to edit this, get it on the internet. Then I need to be meeting my friends later. I feel like this week is going really quick, but also slow at the same time, which is a bit of an oxymoron, but I can't believe it's Wednesday tomorrow already. I feel like the fact that I've had to go to the doctors and this, that and the other has probably broke it up quite a bit, but oh, I can't wait for the weekend so that I know that they're off to school and I'm free and, you know, I can just focus on work. Next week's going to be amazing once Emily's in, although she's no bother really, but Tuesday onwards is going to be a dream of just being at home, cracking on, doing what I need to do and job done. So yeah, hope you're all well. Let me know how your week's going. Let me know how your weekend went. Let me know your thoughts on the games. Let me know on if you know any potential pitfalls to my plan for doing the streaming from the Mac on the thing. And yeah, just let me know how you're getting on, usual stuff. And thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers.